A diabetic person can eat carrot. Carrot is good or bad to treat diabetes? Ascenouras are one of the sources of beta-carotene, which are the main vitamin A forming ingredient in the body, as it reaches up to 7,000 micrograms. The energy levels carried are relatively low. Therefore, it is good for people who are part of the chemical constituents of the low-calorie diet in the form of carrots. That's why carrots sold as vegetables are good for diabetic patients. But is it true that carrots are good for diabetics? Dequan carrots are rich in calcium to normalize the pancreas and produce insulin. 100 grams of carrots contain 157 milligrams of calcium or 16% of the daily value. If the daily requirement is 2,000 calories, the amount of calcium in the carrot is higher when compared to milk. Only 125 milligrams in 100 grams. Recent research suggests that vitamin D is critical for pancreatic cells to secrete insulin properly. Vitamin D can be obtained from sunlight, but not all were able to meet the needs of vitamin D. In fact, research has shown that individuals with lower levels of vitamin D in the blood have problems handling sugar and have a higher risk of developing diabetes to process vitamin D absorption from a variety of sources, including sunlight and tuna. Our body needs calcium through the urine. In addition to sugar, some calcium is also released. Strengthening calcium deficiency can result in diabetes symptoms. 60% of diabetic patients suffering from osteoporosis because of lack of calcium is also a serious problem for diabetes. Diabetics should pay more attention to the supply of calcium through food or other sources to restore organs. Vital functions, especially from pancreas to carrot, are rich in vitamins and minerals that are good for diabetics. It's interesting that carrot has nutrients like vitamin B, 12% of which is authentic acid, vitamin C, authentic acid, vitamin C, protein and potassium can stimulate the production of insulin in the body. Vitamin A or vitamin retinol A is responsible for cell growth, protects against free radicals, improves vision, strengthens the immune system in combination with vitamin in the body that increases its biological activity. Vitamin A is an effective antioxidant to help convert beta-carotene, which reduces the risk of blindness in diabetics because vitamin B3.0, vitamin B3 or niacin is found in the form of nicotinic acid and nicotinamide. The active form of coenzyme is essential for the functioning of hundreds of enzymes and the normal metabolism of carbohydrates, fats and proteins. Vitamin B3 should be included in the list of vitamins. Diabetes researchers have stated that neuropathy is triggered by abnormally high blood sugar levels have also suggested that people with diabetes have very low levels of vitamin B3. Thus, regular intake of this vitamin is recommended for all patients with diabetes to maintain early naturopathy. Vitamin C can also be included in the list of diabetes vitamins. The study states that when the level of vitamin C in the blood increases, the level of submission decreases automatically. Submitted is a sugar, which is harmful if present in large quantities. For example, in the case of type 1 diabetes patients, sorbello can lead to severe health complications that are still associated with diabetes. And, of course, that has a higher risk than retinopathy, neuropathy and kidney damage. In the case of people suffering from type 2 diabetes, high levels of vitamin C can play an important role in reducing glucose intolerance. Thus, vitamin C is very important to be included in the listed diabetes of vitamins. 6. Vitamin C or alphabet. The conference's research showed that a low concentration of vitamin E was associated with 3 times higher risk of diabetes. Vitamin E reduces oxidative stress, improving the physical characteristics of the membrane and glucose transport activity. This antioxidant promotes the cure of diabetes. Magnesium plays an important role in metal. Magnesium glycogen lysosome acts together with vitamin B6 to aid in the metabolic processes of the cell with high potassium content. Diabetic acidosis is a potential complication that can be fatal for patients suffering from diabetes mellitus. It occurs mainly in people with type 1 diabetes, but can also occur in people suffering from diabetes mellitus in certain circumstances. Gen.cad, diabetic acidosis. This usually occurs in adulthood and in elderly people with type 1 diabetes and is caused because CAT insulin deficiency, which can threaten the life of metabolism due to beta cells in the pancreas, cannot produce insulin. In addition to hypoglycemia caused by hyperosmolarity at the time of acidosis, loss of potassium in the body, even if serum concentration is normal or increased due to intracellular potassium migration to extracellular, the serum potassium concentration will be until insulin and acidosis are administered. Diet resolved, food for diabetic patients. Diet. People with diabetes should follow a diet. Feeding is a series of ordinances ingested considering the content of foods for diabetics. Therefore, weight, food and food types should be based on need. The goal is to provide food as needed, keeping blood sugar levels to normal, close to normal, maintain weight becomes normal, prevent the occurrence of very low blood sugar levels that can lead to fainting, reduce term complications. The energy needs of the diet are determined by taking into account the need for basal metabolism at 25-30 kilocalories. kg is normal, plus the need for physical activity and special circumstances such as pregnancy and its complications. Cholesterol foods are limited to a maximum of 300 milligrams per day. Carbohydrates 60-70% of total energy needs. The use of pure sugar is not allowed. When blood sugar levels are under control, it is allowed to eat up to 5% of the total energy required. What condition makes carrots dangerous for diabetics? Although the nutritional content of carrots is generally good for diabetic patients, but the carrot is also rich in sugar. It is dangerous for a diabetic patient. People with diabetes should not be consumed. The excessive number of carrot consumed recommended for diabetics is in a small portion of a quarter cup per person of raw carrot juice. The other reasons why carrots should be avoided is the glycemic index, which is very high in sugar and carrots. The only difference is that sugar causes a sudden increase in blood sugar levels, while carrot sugar causes blood sugar to increase slowly. Remember that this is not the definitive cure. The great solution for diabetes you will find in the description of this video. The method that is revolutionizing the problems of those suffering from diabetes. Because the pharmaceutical industry and the professionals in the field don't want you to know that, because they make a lot of money selling those damn drugs that don't cure you. Therefore, if you suffer from this disease, click here on the description link and you will know the revolutionary method. One of the methods that has been helping hundreds of people solve their big problem with diabetes. A method made and approved by several experts. I assure you that if you do it the right way that the specialist passes, you will be able to treat this disease as soon as possible. However, you need to take this description as soon as possible, because the vacancies that are available will only be available today. I hope you found it interesting. If you like the video, sign up and turn on the bell to be one of the first to receive notifications of new videos, and share with friends and family so this information is not lost. Stay with God and until the next video.